It is now past midnight on March 10th, meaning it is March 11th, and making this now the 3-year anniversary of the earthquake, resulting tsunami, and resulting nuclear meltdown that devastated Japan over 3 years ago. Over 16,000 people are either missing or dead, and over 267,000 people are still evacuees, meaning they've lost their homes and they're living in places that they have now made their homes, but yeah, you know what I mean. And anyway, I wanted to just comment on a couple of articles that I saw that were interesting, that I wanted to bring to your attention. Hopefully you'll find them either heartwarming or whatever. But one of them is it's from a site called kotaku.com. I don't really know it, but it looks pretty interesting. There's a lot of otaku and video game stuff information here. And there's an article called 3 Years After Her Death, Daughter Sends Parents a Touching Letter. And this is something I've never heard of, but apparently there's a service called Heartful Retta. And what you can do is you write a letter, and you pay $3, 300 yen. And this post office in Uchi Yamada will hold on to your letter for 10 years and then send it to someone. And so this one daughter who died in the earthquake, in the tsunami, wrote one of these letters, I guess 7 years before the earthquake. And it was delivered in January, which probably freaked the hell out of her parents, huh? You know, but at the same time, it's one of those wonderful things that you're just so happy that she did. Anyway, it's an interesting article. You learn a little bit about Japanese culture, and it's damn sad at the same time. I've often thought about making videos to my future children who haven't even been born yet, and just explaining a lot of shit that they'll never know, because I probably wouldn't want to tell them face to face. Some embarrassing stuff that I can ironically tell the camera, but I can't tell people. I don't know if you understand that, but anyway, I just 3 years just seems like yesterday now, and I'm sure if you lost someone, it must be even worse. So anyway, that's one a really sad article. There's another article from a guy who, how do I find this? Yeah. It's a guy who lost his wife. She was apparently on top of a roof with her coworkers. They all work at a bank. And she sent an email to him, or a text saying, "I want to go home now." And that's the last text he ever got. And she was swept away along with all of her coworkers. And they never found the body. And he, I guess from what I understand, he's taken up diving since then. And he's still looking for her body. And there are like over, I forgot what it was, 2,636 people who are still missing. And of course, they're all presumed dead, and no one ever expects to see their bodies. But apparently, they're still finding people's bodies even today. So that's something. And he's trying to find her body. So he's diving to the bottom of the ocean. And I can't imagine that anyone's body is still down there. I mean, it must have been dragged away or eaten by crabs or some disgusting thing, or some sad thing. But this guy's still doing it. He's still looking for her body. He's 57 years old now, and he's putting on a scuba tank and going down to the bottom of the ocean to look for his dead wife, which is really touching. But again, one of those things that I don't quite understand, because I don't understand people's fixation on people's bodies after you're dead. But who cares what I understand or not? Apparently she He thinks it's important enough to find. So I can't say I would want anyone looking for my body if it disappeared, and I can't say I would feel compelled to look for anyone's body who, the chances of finding their body is minuscule, and even if you did, it's not really them anymore. It's just their skin and bones. Whatever made them that person, is gone. I will tell you that as I get older, I see I look at old people with more. I give them a little more attention. I see old people in the subway and walking really slowly, all crunched up and shit. And I think, damn, that's going to be me someday. And it's probably, I was just like you yesterday. I was 19 years old just yesterday. And I'm 46 now. And I'm starting to feel a little pain in the shoulders, But I never, ever thought I would be 46. And now I am. And I still feel okay, but I know I look at my dog and I see her getting older and not able to hold her big old head up the way she used to. She still can when she finds something interesting enough, but she's mostly sitting like this now instead of like this. And I see these old people hunched over, I guess that's what goes first, your neck strength or something. But this blog is going nowhere except a contemplation of life and death. And of course, I often remember a friend who I had a falling out with before he died years ago here here in Japan. And it's just bizarre to me to think that he's dead. It seems so strange. This guy was such a superior human being in almost every way, except socially. Socially, he was an awkward guy, but he was strong and smart, and physically, he had a bad kidney and ended up dying. And it's so weird to think that he's gone, come to think of it, I guess he died about... he died 2 years ago. But he went into a coma like 4 years ago, so that's fucked up. Anyway, so tomorrow's the anniversary, and I guess a lot of people are going to be thinking about this. And tomorrow is our 2.5 Oyajis. It's being moved to Tuesday night, which is really one of the things I wanted to say about this. So I'm sure we'll touch upon that as well tomorrow night. So please join us for that on, I believe, is it my channel or Hiko's channel? I don't remember. I think it's Hiko's channel. Yeah, Hiko's channel. Hiko Simon. So check out his channel. I'll leave a description and a link. It starts at 10:30 Japan time. One last interesting article I thought I would introduce to you or tell you about, you can go check it out, is on Yahoo Tech. And it's about these Japanese scientists who made this, like fighting suit. It's a cyborg, it's an exoskeleton. They call it cyborgian exoskeleton. I'm sure that's what Yahoo calls it, but anyway, it's not really, doesn't make you stronger or anything, but it's fun to wear, and you can look like a cyborg. So they cost $50,000 each, and they're gonna rent them out to, like I guess, amusement parks, and you'll be able to rent them for an hour. Excuse me. I gotta get to bed from the amusement park. Have some fun. But later this year, Panasonic is going to release another suit for $5,000 that will let you lift 220 pounds, which is about 100 kilograms. And yes, 100 kilograms, and let you run 5 miles an hour. Boom, 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 boom. So that's cool. And on that note, I'm just going to say goodnight. But I will say I'm looking forward to... I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger got signed to be in Terminator 5 or whatever. So that should be cool. I'm interested in seeing when that's happening. I'm also interested in... I like his movies. I don't know why. He's a terrible actor. Right? Don't you all agree? But apparently he's going to be in a movie about called Maggie, in which he's transporting his daughter across the country to, I guess, try to save her life. And she's infected with something that's going to turn her into a zombie. Speaking of which, there's apparently a new TV show, not a sitcom, but it'd be a sitcom show called iZombie, which is based on some comic book about a girl who eats the brains of her zombies. It's about a zombie girl who eats brains, and then can see their memories, and then can help solve their murders. I don't know if that's what the original was like, but that's apparently what the TV show is going to be like. So, if you're interested in zombies, check that out. Boy, this is a fairly erratic video, but whatever. Anyway, tomorrow's the anniversary of 311, so here's to the missing people. I hope they find you all. Yeah, I hope you do. I hope you can always hope, right? At least I hope this guy finds his wife. That would be great.